Professors, teachers, fellow guests, good morning. Today, we will be presenting about how politics affect beverage shops. Take Tainan high school students, for example. My name is Nigel.
I'm Howard.
Today, we will be presenting for you. We will be presenting by the following order. First, the motivation for our research. Second, the process of our research. Third, the purpose for our research. Fourth, the method for our research. And finally, the body of our research. Okay, so first of all, the motivation. At first, we were interested in how the anti-extradition bill protests in Hong Kong have been, but unfortunately, it haven't come to an end until this moment. And during that time, another incident outbroke, which is the boycott towards Yifeng beverage shop, and that caught our attention immediately, and we decided to do a research on it. To further focus, we decided to focus on how Tainan high school students react to the boycott incident. Second, the process for our research. First of all, we confirmed the subject for our research. Then, we started to collect documents related to our research. 3, we distributed questionnaires, and also known as surveys, of our research, for our research. 4, we interviewed several franchises around our school that got involved in the incident to know the exact situation. 5, we analyzed those questionnaires, and finally, we composed the paper. 3, the purpose for our research. First, we hope to recognize the point of view of Taiwanese high school students about this political issue. And second, we hope to analyze how high school students select their beverages after the Political Stating Act. 3, we hope to analyze how brand image actually affects customers. And 4, we hope to look into stores' measures after the incident. 4, the research methods of our research. The following are our research methods. First, document analysis. We search for data from the internet, from books, from magazines, and many other places, and analyze them and put it into our paper. Second, questionnaire survey. We distributed questionnaires via social media platforms on November 2nd, 2019. And closed the link 2 weeks after. 3, field interview. We went to different beverage shops that got involved in the incident and asked them about the exact situation, about what their measures was, and how did their performance change. 5, the body for our research. First of all, politics versus beverages. The anti-extradition bill in Hong Kong happened on August 5, 2019. The extradition bill is referred to the direct transfer of criminals from Hong Kong to China. Many residents in Hong Kong went out for protest because this is against the one nation, two policy. One country, two system policy. Many companies started to announce their point of views towards this incident, including several beverage shops. And Yifeng Beverage Shop first stated that it opposed any form of act that disrupts the state. And these kinds of statements soon led to fights between the two sides of the Taiwan Strait immediately. Many netizens of Taiwan started to call on the boycott against Yifeng Beverage Shop. The act of boycott provoked many conversations. Some people believe that this is a sign of patriotism, while others believe that boycotting those franchises in Taiwan just because those branches in China will only harm our own economy. Because of the quick spreading of information on the internet, the act of boycott was soon taken by all ages, including Tainan high school students. Second, brand image and brand loyalty. Brand image is defined by Nigel as the perception and encompasses a set of beliefs that consumers have about the brand. And brand loyalty is defined by Dave as the consisting of repeated purchases prompted by a strong internal disposition. So, what's the relationship between the act of boycott, brand image, and brand loyalty? Let's take Wei-Chun Company in Taiwan, for example. This company got a boycott because of a damaged brand image. It got involved in several food safety issues, and it caused severe damage to its brand image. People even ask for refunds right after they buy their products, and those refunds could not be sold again. This indicates that Wei-Chun Company cannot give Taiwanese customers a positive image of their company, causing the brand loyalty to drop. And this act of customer eventually caused a 10-season financial loss of the Wei-Chun Company.
And now I'll talk about the questionnaire survey. To further understand the effect on high school students, we adopted quantitative research method to realize the expected grade reasons between the boycott and non-boycott, and also investigate the frequency of purchase before and after the incident. The effective rate of recovery is approximately 99.4%. This is a ratio of students who boycotted, and well, it was 31.2% of students who boycott, and it's roughly 2 times less than those who didn't. That's impressive because we initially assumed that the number of students who boycott would be like twice or even 3 times more. That's a possible reason we found. Among the subjects who boycotted, the reason do not agree to the stand is the most. And the second one, patriotism. These two reasons amounted to over 90%. And by the way, we can see the reason bandwagon is only 5.7%. The reason for the subject who did not boycott are quite apparent. The top one, which is in pink, in color pink, is there is no relevance between the franchise and headquarters statement. And the second one, which is in light blue, is do not care about the specific political stance. And the third one, which is in grade 1, is it is unnecessary to do a boycott. As discussed in the brain match, we classify 3 of these options as similar factors which will potentially influence the brain match. And these 3 options are do not care about the specific political stance, agreeing to the stance, and there is no relevance between the franchise and headquarters statements. The next 2 slides are the pie chart of the weekly purchasing frequency before and after the incident. The blue part, which is 1 to 3 times is about 47.8%, and in this chart it was slightly decreased. And in this one, we can see although there's still some students refuse to purchase, however, they are a majority. There are almost 70% of students remain buying the drinks from those controversial beverage shops. Next part, field interview. We interviewed several franchises around the school which default to this incident, asking questions such as, would the franchise support the headquarters statement? Would the revenue fluctuate after the incident? Would the shop adopt any method to decrease the expenses or stimulate the revenues? And also, would the cross backflow gradually? Here are the responses from those shops. In question 1, some of franchise support the headquarters statements or even support them, but they seem to be affected the most. And the second question, there are 80 interesting things. The shops got the most crucial impact is decline up to 70%. However, the student customers didn't have an obvious slide. And the next question, most of franchise didn't adopt any discount plan, but this one shop decided to turn on TV in hope to create all the public's imagine. And also, the crowd has backflowed gradually since the incident has passed almost a year. Lastly, conclusion and suggestions. At first, we assumed that there would be many students refuse purchase, because the political incidents were controversial and highly discussed on the internet. However, after analyzing the questionnaire, we found there's only 30% of students who boycotted. And just like we mentioned above, the reasons and wagon is only 5.7%. And which means that Tainan high school students will not be affected by posts on the internet easily. In this research, we learned how Tainan high school students respond to these issues, how brain may affect the customer choice, and also we hope this paper can be the basis of the other related researches. Thank you for listening.